So did Bungie make the right or wrong decision by extending the Destiny 2 Valve Disciple raid, day one clear contest mode by a whole 24 hours? Was it the right decision? Was it the wrong decision? A lot of people seem to have mixed opinions on this, and I actually wanted to talk about this because of that, because some people are on the side of, well, first of all, there was errors, a lot of errors in the first day, with the launch of the raid, and other people are also saying, well, hey, we don't necessarily have, that much time in just a short 24-hour window. There's real life things to attend to as well, and obviously health to take care of. We don't all have the health to stay up till like 3 in the morning running this raid. It's not that we don't have the skill, we just don't have the health. And then there's other people saying that people shouldn't have this day one emblem that completed it on day 2, that it should have never been extended. And there's a lot of people that are actually really angry about it, surprisingly. So there's a bunch of kind of conversation on both sides. I wanted to go through this, discuss it, share my thoughts, see what other people are saying, and get your guys' thoughts in the comments section below. So welcome back, friends, to another video here on the channel. If you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe so you guys never miss any future content. We talk about the games and play the games here on the channel, gaming news, gaming discussions like this one, but also playthroughs, live streams, guides, walkthroughs, all that great stuff as well, which is always a really good time. That said, I was actually going to make a kind of gaming news video for this morning, but I wanted to first of all talk about this, and I'm still trying to get all of my assets back together from my whole hard drive situation. If you missed that, I covered it in a video here on the channel and whatnot. I'll try to link it down in the description below, but it's recently on the channel. So let's get into this. Now, there's a lot of mixed opinions, okay? From my side of things, my team tried to complete the raid. We got stuck on Caretaker, unfortunately. We just couldn't seem to get it going and whatnot. And that was with the 2 days on top of that. And I'm not complaining about it. I think it was fine. It's just Caretaker. If you played it, you played it. If you know, right? Caretaker required a lot of damage, and even I've seen people saying they did like 21 million damage together as a team, and even then they weren't able to destroy Caretaker. So I mean, that was a rough one. Again, if you know, I want to go over to Twitter for a second. So we're going to go over here. We're going to check out DMG's tweet. If you don't know who DMG is basically the senior community manager at Bungie. And he posted about the fact that at a quick glance, raid report, we're seeing 5,900 clears, 6,000 clears with 2 hours left of contest mode. This was yesterday at the time of recording this. This includes repeats and guided clears from folks helping others out. Good luck on the final stretch. Now, if you go down a little bit, he also quote tweets Bungie Help, who said, players who complete the raid during the extension will be awarded the emblem at a later date. So people that I guess completed it in the first 24 hours got the emblem right away. People that did it after, in the extension window, so the second 24 hours, they're going to get the emblem at a later date, not right away. So in 48 hours, he says in a following tweet, 6,778 clears. Final team beat it with 2 minutes to spare. Hey, good on them, man. That's cutting it close. Congrats to all. We'll dish out details on the emblem when we can. Now, even under here, when you look at it, there's a bunch of different people that are saying, I think it was under here, no, hold on, where was it? Yeah, let's go back. It's under the main. Well, there's this person here. Please revert the emblem decision and instead offer a separate contest emblem for those that finishing after day 1 was over. And obviously other people are responding, why should I not get my emblem when we were error coded for 5 hours straight? Again, a lot of people had some error codes for hours. Thankfully, my team didn't. My team didn't complete it, unfortunately. But a lot of people were having these error codes go on and on and on, and they were having not a really good time. So that in and of itself, I think, warrants the extension. But again, when we go down here, 24 hours extended, way too much. Y'all at Bungie need to decide if it's a day one, if a day one is a prestigious achievement or something any decent player can complete. It's like, okay, hold on, what? Oh, I mean, what are you talking about here, man? Like, again, number one, a lot of people got a ton of error codes, right? Why does Valve get a 24-hour extension for 6 to 7 hours of error codes? I mean, it just makes sense to extend it for 24 hours. It's not even that big of a deal. First 24 hours or first 48 hours, I think both are still a prestigious achievement. I don't see this being kind of like, well, any decent player, any casual scrub can just complete it in 48 hours. No, it still requires a lot of skill, a lot of precision. I mean, you need experience with this kind of thing. in and of itself. It's not easy even for the most experienced players, right? I know for myself, I've been with Destiny since alpha, okay? And it was not, even then, it was not the easiest time. Could we have done it within 48 hours? We could have. We just unfortunately didn't have enough time personally on our team between us all to play. And again, that's just where what I'm also saying on the flip side. There's other people that are saying, you know, I don't have, you know, the time to basically grind, you know, what is it, like 20 hours in a day just for this. Like, here's the thing, right? There's a difference between having the skill, and there's a lot of skilled people. I mean, some of the biggest Destiny content creators out there, even they were tweeting about it, how, you know, it's like they have families, they have health to look after, you know. We're not all you know, 14, 15, 16 anymore, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of us still have a tremendous amount of skill. It's just, again, based on the time. And you got to look after your own health, man. You know, technically speaking, staying up for 20 hours straight, grinding for 20 hours straight, sure, that's great. If some of you want to choose to do that, it's great, but it's not good for your health. And I know someone like me, for example, who already doesn't have good health. I cannot do that personally. It doesn't mean that, you know, we should not have the opportunity to still, you know, be able to pull this off. So I think personally, 48 hours is fine, man. Like, what's the big deal? If you can complete it in 48 hours, I still think that's a prestigious achievement. It's just that you're not putting your health, you're not sacrificing your health and well-being for an emblem. You know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, you're gonna basically sacrifice your health and the well-being of just even not even just physical, but even it could even be mental. You know, and like I said, you know, a lot of people have families, everything. You're going to sacrifice all that for a day one emblem. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? 48 hours makes sense. I would say 48 hours should be the norm. You know, first weekend raids, right? First weekend, whatever, first 48 hours. I mean, day one, these raids are very deep. They're very intricate. They take time, especially on contest mode. It doesn't mean that you don't have skill just because you don't have the time or the health to complete it day one. It just means that you're smart enough not to sacrifice more important things. You know what I mean? Like, it's a freaking emblem, guys. It's a freaking emblem, and it's a freaking game, right? We're all passionate about the game, but my gosh, man, you know, it's not worth this whole war. Anyways, I mean, it just basically goes on and on. I mean, if we go down here, we go back to Twitter, you can see this other person. Day one used to be prestigious. Now it's a handout. How the frig is it a handout, dude? How is it a freaking handout? It's freaking 48 hours, dude. Like, chill out. It's not a handout. You still have to have a lot of skill, a lot of precision, and a great team that has great communication to pull this off and that are all experienced. Like, it's not a freaking handout. You're crazy. You're crazy. It just goes on and on. I mean, this person, I hope you guys backtrack on the decision. It's called day one emblem, not day two emblem for a reason. You could potentially release a new emblem. No, man. No, it's stupid. Number one, error codes. Day one. Like, some people just didn't have the time because of the error codes, even if they wanted to put it in. You know, number two, like I said, you know, it doesn't make sense for someone to have to grind 20 hours and risk their well-being for a day one emblem. Like, you know, I'm not saying make it a freaking week, but 48 hours, it's not that bad. Get a grip, dude. Get a grip. Everybody's saying, you know, make it a separate emblem. It doesn't really feel as exclusive as it should be. There's 6,000 people out of like 1 million plus people that have this emblem. If that's not freaking exclusive, I don't know what is. 6,000 out of 1 million, maybe more than 1 million. I'm just, you know, estimating, you know, kind of probably playing it on the safe side. I mean, that's pretty exclusive. You know what I mean? Again, man, just people going on and on and on about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just crazy to me. You know, you just go through it. But, you know, people just kind of complain. Other people are just talking about the raid itself. You know, other people, hey, look, this person got it. There you go. GG. Amazing. Congrats. That's a sick emblem. You know, it just goes on and on. But I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. You know, I think I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid. Like, you can go on and there's just people. I mean, this thread is very long. I'm just showing you guys a couple examples. you go on and there's just people complaining about the same thing. It's a handout, blah 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 blah. It shouldn't be 24 hours. What happens to it being a prestigious achievement? It's like, dude, get a freaking grip. 48 hours, if you can complete it in 48 hours, you just still knocked it out of the park, especially with the error codes, and especially if you're someone who has a family, who has health to take care of, and all those other things. You know what I mean? It doesn't take away from the skill. I think it's still only, if you make it a 48-hour window, even then, it's still going to be only the most skilled people, but they're not going to have to risk, like I said, their well-being, you know, having to sit there for 20 plus hours. It doesn't make sense. It's not healthy for your body, for your mental health. None of it. It's not. Like, you need to be taking breaks. You have to, man. It's just not good. If you're someone that can pull that off, I mean, hey, whatever. All the more power to you. But people shouldn't have to do that in order to, you know, pull off this achievement. I think 48 hours is fine. You know, sure, if it was anything beyond 48 hours, I would say, okay, at this point, you're getting a little bit kind of maybe too lenient. But at 48 hours, I think that's super fair, personally, and I don't see the big deal. And I think people complaining about this are just freaking out of their mind. And you know, they just sound like big babies, dude. Okay, like, get a grip, dude. Get a grip. You know, it's a freaking emblem. It's a freaking game. 6,000 out of 1 million plus people. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down. Anyways, that's my thoughts for the day. Let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you sit somewhere in the middle? Let me know your thoughts about this whole thing. I wanted to talk about it because, again, I thought it was pretty crazy and just nuts that people are, you know, freaking out about it. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys soon. Subscribe if you guys want to stick around for more gaming content. Or maybe you hate me now for this, for my own thoughts on this situation, which would be crazy. But hey, if you do, you do. What can you do? Thanks for watching. Until the next one, game on.